I used to be good at morning routines, and then I had a baby, and then my morning routines kind of went out the window, unfortunately. But one thing that I've been doing to make sure that my morning routine is back on track like it used to be is AG1. It's a clinically studied daily health drink that combines multivitamins, probiotics, and a blend of superfoods into one scoop. One scoop, add water, and give it a good shake, and suddenly I'm getting 75 multivitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients without thinking about it. My gut thanks me. My nutrient levels thank me. Everybody thanks me. My wife, my kids, everybody. My kid. This episode is sponsored by AG1, but here's the thing. I actually use it every morning. It's become the super easy habit that keeps me consistent. No guessing, no juggling a bunch of bottles, just one scoop, and I'm done. AG1 promotes a relaxed, calm feeling and helps me bounce back from the daily stress of everyday life. I use AG1 every day, and you should too. Head to drinkag1.com/DLB to get free welcome kits, including a bottle of vitamin D and free AG1 travel packs when you first subscribe. That's drinkag1.com/DLB.
I am feeling genuine embarrassment from how I said reggaeton. I'm feeling genuine embarrassment by saying that in New York, they've had 110 combined consecutive seasons. Rangers, Islanders, Knicks, Nets, Yankees, Mets, Jets, Giants, without a championship since Eli Manning in the Super Bowl in 2012. And I forgot the Liberty. And I forgot the Liberty, even though Roz, has her championship ring now. There it is. She's wearing it. And I've got to be honest, it's the only thing about her right now that looks New York because she's gone fully LA. I can see behind her and in everything that's happening right now, she has traded New York for Los Angeles. Am I wrong? Do I have it wrong? Because you look like an entirely different human being in your surroundings right now than you've looked every time I've seen you over the last year and a half or so. Do I have it wrong?
I'm giving LA right now. Is that what I'm giving?
Are you not? Where are you?
I'm in LA. I'm in my I'm in my home in LA. I have officially made the move back to my home after spending the summer in New York and Brooklyn with the Liberty, as we've talked about a bunch of times. And I'm just going to gesture a lot because, we've talked like 4 different, appearances with y'all about this dang ring.
It's pretty
good.
And
I finally have it. And I said, I'm going to rock it for Dan and for everybody watching Le Batard.
It is very big. It is very showy. You're going to wear that in public a lot? Mike, why are you looking at me this way?
Roz handled that very well. Back here, we thought about saving you from that awkward exchange.
I really wanted to.
I was like, it was I was like rubbernecking. I'm like, where is this going? And it was like, oh, no, it got worse.
No, she's giving off a lot of Los Angeles right now.
She's just wearing a hat, bruv.
It's a hat, and I have some art. I'm definitely giving off it's giving off woman, it's giving off black girl for sure. If you see Stanford women's basketball, little jersey in the background. And then
that rings too much. I fear it's too much.
And honestly, if you see me with a hat on air, do you want to know what the truth is? My hair is not done. My hair is not done. I got a hat on. You're like, oh no, her hair was not ready for a camera.
Will you showy wear that ring? Because David Sampson's ring is about that size. You don't have any other rings that size, correct?
Oh, I have the Warriors championship rings.
The championship rings are gaudier than the other jewelry.
It's getting worse, Billy.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
No, but I get what you're saying. And no, what I plan to do with this ring, which I literally took out of a box and put on so that I could have it on, because you've referenced the ring a few times and I was not ready with it. I'm going to put it in my safe. And yeah, because these rings, these championship rings from these teams are worth more than a lot of the things in my house. So I'm just going to put them away. And if there's a reason to come on the Dan Le Batard Show and talk about rings, then I'll pull it out. Oh, that's nice.
The Panthers ring is pretty nice. You like that one? It's got a rat on it. It's we apologize to no one.
You're killing it.
Ow!
I love like actually learning the stories behind different rings. It's really fascinating what teams and ownership think is important in the season and like stockpile into the rings. The player rings for the New York Liberty guys. I'm sure you heard about this, but it was really cool. So on the player rings, I mean, these are like huge, like takes up like about a good chunk of their hands. And also this green part on mine is all like diamonds, for the players. And it's huge. I heard they're around $70,000 rings, but the top opens up like a locket. And inside of the player rings are 2 earrings, crowns. So they can pop out earrings like, just like crown earrings and rock them too. I mean, I just thought that was pretty cool.
It's pretty great that the rings are worth more than like the salaries were a few years ago.
Wow, that's crazy. Actually, there are players with 70K salaries right now, like rookie mins and stuff. So to put it that way is absolutely insane. Are you scene setting a contentious CBA discussion right now, Dan?
I am not. I want to actually talk about the game last night. The championship appears to have been won last night, and just A'ja Wilson cementing herself, like making history in spots where you're watching greatness, win championships and MVPs. And this isn't actually the woman we've been talking about the last couple of years, because we've been caught up in the other conversations around Caitlin Clark and A'ja Wilson in a way that you've actually been critical recently of the way that the men have been talking about this sport when we wander over and stick our nose in things and don't know as much as the people who've been covering it much better than we have over the last few years.
Honestly, it's really more just funny. Like, first of all, I don't want to gatekeep women's basketball, and nor do I want to, get in another argument about the right to be an angry fan or or a mean fan. But it's funny. These are huge platforms, and often are shaping the conversation around women's hoops and like what people hear. And if the only time that they like come in to cover women's basketball is when things are on fire, when rightfully so, there's like a lot of like, tough situations happening, then it gives the sense that the league has nothing more than chaos. And there's so much more. I mean, yes, they are, trying to fight for a CBA renegotiation that is more favorable for the players, better revenue share, better lifestyles, better salaries. But also center stage right now is a super exciting WNBA finals. I mean, the fact that it's 3-0 may not be what's exciting, but the games themselves, like this last game, game 3, was thrilling and came down to the wire, came down to a dream shake buzzer beater from your post MVP star player over 2 of the top defenders on the other team. Like, someone put that to Father Stretch My Hands, like Kanye's song, and I saw that on the internet, and it gave me like goosebumps, because like, that's what sports is about. You don't even got to follow the WNBA to know that that moment is iconic, is exciting, would make you say, woo. And A'ja Wilson comes through with this, like, honestly, when we go back and look at her career, that is an iconic A'ja Wilson moment. It's likely seals the championship for the Aces. It likely means that the Aces are now on their way to being a dynasty with her at the center of this era.
Take us through the goosebumps of it, though, as someone who really loves basketball, the strategy, all of it. Take us through the idea. She's not the one who's allowed to beat you. You have to stop her. You have to do everything to stop her. Oh, you can't stop her.
No, A'ja Wilson's been a real conundrum for the Phoenix Mercury, in that they really don't have a defender of the right size and skill set to be able to defend her one-on-one and to disrupt her. Alyssa Thomas made the all-defensive team, but she's just proven to be too small for A'ja Wilson. And Asia's just shooting over her. They tried some different things. They had Natasha Mack, who's a very active defender, super athletic, different look, long, all the things. Didn't bother A'ja. A'ja, 34 points, 14 rebounds, double-double, 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Just both ends of the court, dominant. And for her to finish the game like that, the ball was going into her hands. And basically Becky Hammond told her, make a play. And A'ja said post-game, I didn't need to be told much. I already understood the assignment. She gets the ball. I mean, it's iconic. This is also a 6'4", 6'5", like post player making this move. This is like kind of like shows her range. This isn't some like post up, throw it into the post and like turn around and make a layup. This is some real like high level skill, eyes on the moment, bright lights. She goes left, picks up, spins back, and it's over 2 of the best players on the Phoenix Mercury. I mean, it's Alyssa Thomas, it's DeWanna Bonner. They're both there contesting her. They're long. Their season's on the line. They've just came back from down 17. Nearly came back from down 17 to win this game. And they tied it up. A'ja Wilson just stomps all over that and hits this like jumper over both of them. It's just what sports are made of. And it was fantastic. I mean, everybody that I'm watching it with, we're all screaming in our group chats and on threads and Twitter. And there's this commercial for Asia Wilson where I think I don't know who, I think it's Cheryl Lee Ralph talking. Who does Asia think she is? Who does Asia think she is? She is who she thinks she is. And when she hit that shot, I was like, Asia is who she thinks she is. It was incredible. What a game. What a game.
Roz, what kind of leverage will Unrivaled present for the players as we're just a couple of months away from season 2 tipping off for Unrivaled, and everyone assumes this is going to be a pretty nasty potential work stoppage and collective bargaining process for the WNBA. I know the idea was secondary income and perhaps this point of inflation where you can actually leverage this thing.
How was that a segue from everything we just talked about?
Right?
The
action. He went right to the money.
He helped Dan.
And he's trying to help me with point of inflection, I think.
I meant inflection.
I think inflection is what he meant, but he's not.
The thing doesn't exist.
I was like, I'm over here trying to sell y'all how amazing the product is.
Yeah,
right?
No, I watched
the
game. Hey,
Roz, thank you for doing that.
Did you say I watched a game?
I watched the game.
How did we do
on.
what he just did when you're talking about a magical moment? He's like, 3-0. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about money.
I thought that better covered it. Yeah, let's talk about the money and greed. Was it bad question outside of the inflection thing?
Long question too.
It was. It was just.
He was trying to find it. He was trying to find it.
No, absolutely. And it is an absolutely valid and important question. So are we going to bounce? Are we done with the game, or you want to go into?
It's such fair commentary by you. No, you just had a moment from the MVP of the league, okay, where she is being defended by two people because if they could have guarded her with 40, they would have tried, but they weren't going to be able to guard her because you saw greatness in real time, and it ought to be celebrated before we move on to, hey, the ladies are arguing about money again.
Yeah. And I think I'll absolutely answer that very valid question. But if there was one more thing that I thought was important too about the Aces and that victory, it's, there's a lot of people that deserve to take a bow here for the Aces. It's absolutely anchored by Asia Wilson, but I actually think this is Becky Hammond's probably most challenging coaching job in all her years here. And she's had some great seasons. The Aces are on their way to winning 3 championships now in 4 years. And but she had to be really flexible, changed her starting lineup, had a different coaching staff, lost over the years very important critical players to the success of the Aces, tried different strategies. Like I just feel like she's had to keep recreating her strategy, herself, this team until they finally got here. Never forget that this Aces team was 500 on the season. People were saying they were out of it, guys. They were saying the Aces, okay, nice run, but they're done. It's the Lynx, it's the Liberty, it's all these other teams. They had lost by 53 points to the Lynx on August 2nd. And that must have been like their breaking point, their low point, because from there, they rattled off 17 straight and then this crazy run to the WNBA finals and now looking like a championship. So, at first it looked like Asia Wilson was dragging this team, but I think it's important to note that the Aces as a team improved gradually over the season to pull this out. And whether that was Jewel Lloyd, Chelsea Gray stepping up big here, Melissa Smith being big, Dana Evans being empowered on the bench, and I keep pointing, and Jackie Young being great all season, but Becky Hammond as the leader of this, really putting it together. She deserves some flowers.
You know what? I don't even want the answer anymore. I'll just go back to setting my fantasy lineup. I like Sorokin between the pipes, Roy.
She's the host of Good Follow. You can follow, listen, and subscribe to Good Follow on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I wanted to talk about LeBron with her. I wanted to talk about LeBron with Billy as well, because I don't think we got his full thoughts on what it is that he just did, yanking everybody around with Hennessy. What were your thoughts there, Roz?
I was just like, not LeBron selling us liquor on a Tuesday afternoon. Like, there's just, it's literally the middle of the day, LeBron. Like, what the heck? Like, nothing matters. Or don't you have to send your kids to school? Like, actually, where I think LeBron is right now, it's kind of like a fun part of his career. You know how people, when they get older, they get funny. Like, I feel like LeBron's in on the jokes with us now. And now I think he knows that, we think that there's a joke that he just makes things up, or that he doesn't know the lyrics to songs, or that he's attention thirsty. So like, now it's like he's playing into it. I feel like it, and I kind of like this version of LeBron where he's just like messing with us.
Oh,
We're
but
in the
that'd
troll
be
era.
funny though if he were just saying, "I'm thirsty. I need Hennessy." That would be funny. The way that he did it, not funny.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Well, I thought that trolling us that way, being that commercial, was grotesquely
But that's what
commercial.
he does. Like, LeBron does that. Like, you're just pretending you're surprised. At this. I'm actually surprised that, like, he wasted I'm making my second decision on this. Like, he must have got
Hennessy.
a bag,
It was a bag
to do
ski.
this,
Yeah,
right? Because,
bag
like,
ski.
for
Bro.
sure this has been pitched forever, and he's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And he used it now.
I feel you 100% and was feeling the same way. In fact, I've been seeing LeBron doing commercials for things that I always thought was maybe for like a lesser tier of superstar. Like, he's doing sports gambling ads and like
Hey, that's
all
great.
this
We
and that.
love
And now, like,
those.
We do love
Oh, no.
those.
We love him.
we are.
Yeah, we love
As long
that
as- well,
partner
we love DraftKings.
especially.
Yes, especially the
But-
ones he's doing.
Oh, look at me being
Yes.
helpful, huh?
Whatever happened to Roz? She never came back on the DLS show.
Roz, see you later. On that note, I'm going to get no more opinions from you. If you want to see her, you can see her and listen to her on Good Follow.
We miss CBA talk, huh there, Roz?
See you later,
I should've been
Roz.
talking
Good
CBA.
talking
I
to
should've
you.
just answered the question.
We like
Nice
LeBron's
hat.
DraftKings work. Pitch clock is next.
I still haven't calculated who the winner of all of these games was.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a
I
while.
said I was going to do it from the regular season ones, and I still haven't done
I
it.
don't think you're going to like what you find out.
I think I'm going to go ahead and wait until after the postseason and hope that I can make a little bit of a run.
Let's get going.
Pablo Torre finds out.
Welcome to the Pitch Clock. Here's the pitch. A two-part baseball segment
combining a nostalgic baseball trivia game and an interview with an expert.
This is the Pitch Clock.
Playoff baseball continues.
Playoff mode. I'm not doing Harry Carey anymore. I am focused on whooping Jeremy's ass.
All right. I guess that's where things stand at the moment. It's me and Chris. We're back.
Hi, everybody.
It's the, look at him. It's what we're doing. We're playing some trivia games, and we'll have Adnan Virk with us momentarily to talk all things playoff baseball. Been a really awesome week in between the last two episodes. Ethan Badowski at home with what we have counted are 7 different Gator insignias behind him in some different capacity.
Even the microphone's
He's
blue.
wearing his Cubs hat. Ethan, what is our game going to be today?
All right, so the Mariners won their first playoff game at home since the 2001 ALDS. It was Game 5 against the Cleveland then Indians. So in front of you, there are 2 rosters. Now, Chris Cody, I'm going to ask you a question. Trident or Spear? What's the better weapon?
Trident.
All right, so you are going to be the Mariners, and Jeremy, you are going to be the Cleveland baseball franchise.
Thank
Correct.
you.
As
So
you
we're-
can see,
yeah,
in
we're
front of
flipping
you,
open these
there are-
rosters.
Yes, there are. It's a field with numbers on them. It's a simple game. You've got 3 strikes. You've got to name all the players by their numbers on the field for Game 5 of the 2001 ALDS.
Oy vey.
Yeah, and just a clarification, we don't have the DHs. It's just the outfield
Yeah.
positions. So the pitcher and then all of the outfield positions.
Oh
Nailed
God, I'm done. You're gonna win.
Jeremy, I'm going to let you lead off.
Okay,
So
thank you.
give me your first guess. Give me a number and a position for everybody.
Yeah.
And then tell me who it is.
All right. So while I'm looking at this field for Cleveland, I see number 7 in center field, and I'm hoping this is the guy who I believe it is, which is one of my favorite players to watch at this time. Is that Kenny Lofton?
That is, in fact, Kenny Lofton. Jeremy, you are on the board.
Man, this Guardians, a lot of easy names on here. I wish I had them.
I don't know if I have easy names here.
I have 5 out of 9 that I feel good about.
Okay. So give me your first one, Cody. Go
I'm
ahead.
up. Okay, 51 Ichiro right field.
That is obviously correct. He was the Rookie of the Year and I believe the MVP that season as well.
Okay, I'm going to go with the second baseman for Cleveland,
Yep.
number 12, Roberto Alomar.
That is correct, Jeremy. You are 2 for 2.
Pretty obvious. Okay.
It's like there's a few where it's like, okay, that's clearly who it is.
It's going to get
once
tough.
I get beyond, I think, 4 names here, I'm not sure I have any.
Making our way around the outfield, center field, 44. We'll go Mike Cameron.
That is correct. Yes, Mike Cameron.
What a day of baseball. 4 elimination games yesterday. We had one team advance. We got Adnan Virk with us, same as last week, our postseason reporter here with the Pitch Clock. And Adnan was also the post-game reporter for MLB Network in one of those games. That was in New York for the Blue Jays and the Yankees, and that's where we'll start, Adnan. Despite Aaron Judge's best efforts, and I don't care what Billy Gill has to say about this, Aaron Judge's best efforts, the Yankees go down in 4 games. They allowed 50 hits across 4 games, and the Blue Jays didn't even have their best hitter, arguably, in Bo Bichette. Vladdy Jr., he did crush those Yankees. We could easily lament, Adnan, what the Yankees didn't do, but I would rather celebrate those Toronto Blue Jays here. So what made them so difficult for this Yankees team and allowed them to advance to the ALCS for the first time since 2016?
Jeremy, good to see you as always. First off, shout out to the fact you're wearing a shirt, Jasper, Canada.
Yes, I am.
Sir. Epic Alberta right now. I love it. It's a great day for Canada. There's no question about it. First time ever the Jays and Yankees faced off in the postseason, and Toronto is clearly the better team. I mean, both these teams had 94 wins, but the Jays and Yankees head-to-head, it was a matchup that was favorable for Toronto. And I'm with you. We could point at the fact that the Yankees offense was popcorn when they needed it most, but really I think I credit Toronto and just that they're a better team, especially offensively. I mean, they just murdered Yankee pitching, whether it was Fried or Rodon, didn't matter who it was. 34 runs over the first 4 games of the postseason, 4th most ever for a team, particularly at home with 23 runs. But on the road yesterday, felt like this was a game the Yankees would win. Schlittler pitching, it was so dominant against the Red Sox. And it's a bullpen game for Toronto. How much criticism have you heard about Toronto's bullpen? And yet they stepped up big time. I mean, that was an incredible effort in a bullpen game. As you know, it's fun to watch because you're like, if one single link in the chain falls apart, the whole thing falls apart. But instead, they stepped up. And like you said, offensively, Vladdy was unbelievable. I mean, he hit 529, 3 homers in the series. He drives in the first run of game 4. And Ernie Clement, veteran utility man, every time, Jeremy, there's a guy that steps up, you go, what? Ernie Clement hit 643, and he slugged 929 in the series. It was unbelievable. Almost 48,000 fans. And as you said, I was there on the field. I got to talk to Vlad after the game. I got to talk to Ernie Clement, Alejandro Kirk, and there was a ton of Jays fans still in the crowd. I mean, I was there an hour later. They're singing "O Canada" and they're fired up, and it's great for Toronto. First time in the ALCS since 2016. What a ride!
It's a really cool moment for them. And look, they were the team that won the AL East. They're the deserving team from the AL East to ultimately advance to the ALCS. But let's stick in that American League, Adnan. I want to talk to you about a Game 5 that's happening because you head to Seattle, right, where you'll have the Tigers who went down 3-0 in Game 4, then rally for 9 straight runs. They tied it in the 5th. They break it open in the 6th. And now we're back to the Game 1 starters. You got the probable Cy Young winner in Tarek Skubal. You got George Kirby for the Mariners. Skubal, who looked like this at Seattle University, starting in Seattle, of course, hoping to look more like this today for the Detroit Tigers. What do you expect here, Adnan, as the result in this Game 5, and what do you believe will ultimately be the deciding factor in this win-or-go-home game?
I saw the Hall of Famer John Smoltz in the press box yesterday. Smoltz and I, former colleagues at MLB Network, and we were laughing about the situation because, again, John, with ties to the Detroit area in Michigan growing up, he said, this is such a great scenario for the Tigers in that you win a game with Tarek Skubal on the mound. Like there's no better scenario for them. And he pointed out, he goes, Seattle has touched him up a little bit, especially in the regular season. But in that playoff start, he goes, the only 2 home runs you get with Polanco, he goes, both those were changeups. So stay away from that pitch to that guy. And you got to feel great about your chances after the Tigers. You win at Comerica first time in more than a month. I mean, they went 0-8 after Skubal's win over the White Sox. They've been on the road so long. And as you see, the offense stepped up. Riley Green and Javier Baez homering in a 4-run 6th. I love the quote from A.J. Hinch, who said, one of the easiest and most exciting things I get to do is hand the ball to the best pitcher in baseball. I mean, we're getting on a plane across the country, a lot of optimism because of Tarek Skubal. 9 runs, the most they'd scored since Game 6 of the 68 World Series when they scored 13. And I think for Seattle, you have to be lamenting what happened. Like, you wanted to win this series in 4, now you have to face Skubal. You did it once, Jeremy. I cannot see the Tigers losing 2 Tarek Skubal starts. There's no way. Tigers, Jays, ALCS.
Wow, Tigers, Jays, ALCS. That'll be some fun baseball. So, in a few years from now, the first baseman for Cleveland would be Travis Hafner wearing this number. But at the time, it's one of the great home run hitters of all time. We've got Jim Thome over at first base.
Sure. That is correct. Yes,
Okay.
Jeremy.
Man, these are fun. These are fun memories over here.
That's what I wanted, man.
All right, moving around the outfield in left field, number 28, Raul Ibanez.
I love that you're so locked in that you're just. Oh, that's a finger.
That is incorrect.
All right.
I now maybe have a chance.
The starting left fielder in this game for the Seattle Mariners was a guy by the name of Stan Javier.
Didn't Ibanez wear number 28?
I think he was 29.
29.
Oh,
Come on.
man, that just
29?
that just seemed right.
In left field for Cleveland, a young
That's a tough one.
Manny Ramirez.
No, wearing 46?
That is incorrect.
No,
Wearing
really?
number
Yes.
46?
Yeah, I thought early in his career that was possible. Who's the left fielder?
The left fielder is Marty Cordova.
Didn't he play? Okay, I don't want to say anything.
So let's
Disadvantage for me.
let's make something clear here. We are halfway through this round as I've just gotten to one strike because I went first. So
Yes.
now Chris is up with an opportunity to really even things out.
I'll go starting pitcher, number 50, Jamie Moyer.
Nice.
One of our favorite names ever. That is the man.
I'm gonna have trouble here. What I'm trying to figure out is the double play combination that I'm thinking of with this team, this franchise, and I think I'm gonna have to guess it just simply because I'm not sure I know a single other name on this team. Is Omar Vizquel the shortstop?
Yeah, that's obvious.
That is
All right.
correct. Yes.
You could
The
keep
double
saying
play
it's obvious.
combo.
I was 6 years old.
All right, but he played in 97. He was there like his whole career. 13.
I wasn't
He's
sure.
Clearly number 13. All right.
Just leave me alone.
I'm a little older.
Okay,
I'm a little older than you.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. Go ahead.
That's
Jared,
fine.
go ahead.
No. That's fine.
All
You
right.
Go ahead.
Second base, number 29, the brother of Yankees manager. We're gonna go with Brett Boone.
Remember when I got
Right
was that
on the nose.
Yeah, was that Brett Boone that I got wrong a couple weeks ago? Or no, that was Giles.
I'm cooking here. I still got two more. I feel
in
good
trouble.
about. You asked
So
me-
I can't
You
guess.
asked me if we were doing this game on the current day, Mariners. I would know Cal Raleigh.
Let's go ahead and move to the National League games, Adnan, and those are both happening today. Just a few hours from now, if you're watching this on the pitch clock. So the early game, 6 o'clock Eastern, it's the Phillies and the Dodgers. Philadelphia hoping to stick around with their best pitcher in Christopher Sanchez on the mound. They'll take on Tyler Glasnow. And this series has actually been very close. Dodgers won the first two games by the skin of their teeth, really. Roki Sasaki, of all people, closing out those games for the Dodgers. And then the Phillies bats wake up, a couple homers for Schwarber last night. So how does Philadelphia get a win today against Glasnow and force a Game 5 and maybe even win this series? Is that possible?
Well, it's crazy to think about, man. Like, we keep seeing how great the bank is as far as home field. I don't want to hear anymore. The Phillies have now lost 5 of the last 6 postseason games at home, but on the road, stepped up big time. How about Schwarber? He needed it big time. I mean, NL's leading home run hitter, 56 homers. He snaps an 0 for 8 skid in the NLDS. That home run went 455 feet over the pavilion. Just the second I ever do that. Willie Stargell did that back in 1969, 1973. So clearly the offense stepped up. Yamamoto did not have his good fastball. They win it 8-2. In terms of this, listen, Sanchez has been awesome, as you know. He's going to be top 3 in the Cy Young voting. So for the Phillies, I feel great about the fact that Christopher Sanchez is there. I wasn't sure about Rob Thompson's strategy of going Nola and Suarez, but it certainly worked out to their advantage. As you said, win a Game 4 in LA, then a Game 5, you're back at home, which necessarily hasn't been an advantage. But I do like the Phillies to win today. Glasnow's great, but Sanchez has been one of the best pitchers in baseball. If they can scratch it a couple runs, the one weakness you and I both know the Dodgers is their bullpen. And very smartly, Dave Roberts has been saying, well, I'll just use my starters to get outs. Well, it didn't work out yesterday for Clayton Kershaw. Sasaki's been a great story, but he almost got burned using Blake Trinan in Game 1 with a 4-1 lead. So I think it's going to be a challenge for Doc at times to get outs from his bullpen. If Glasnow goes late, it's a moot point, but I think it's going to be tough to scratch out runs against Sanchez. I like the Phillies to win.
Game 5 in Philadelphia would be electric. That's what I'm rooting for it to go 5, just simply because Baseball. Kyle Schwarber last night, by the way, with his 2 homers, passed Bernie Williams for the 3rd most postseason home runs of all time. He trails just Jose Altuve and number 1, Manny Ramirez. Later game, Adnan, is at Wrigley Field with the Cubbies winning by a run last night, forcing Game 4. That was in part thanks to Brad Keller. Man, what a job he did out of the bullpen for them. But the Brewers beat the heck out of the Cubs in the first couple of games of this series. So is this a matter of semantics? Like, are the Brewers going to advance tonight? And if you believe they'll win tonight, are you starting to believe that they can actually win an NLCS against whether it's the Dodgers or the Phillies?
Yeah, I do think the Brewers will win their first series since 2018. So that's a long time coming. And I just want to mention, as you said, what a great job by Keller. I mean, Jake Bauers comes up after he had the RBI single in the 4th and leadoff drive in the 7th. I mean, bases loaded, he strikes out. Huge spot there for Keller, no doubt about it. And obviously, I mean, all the offense we're getting to see in the series in the first inning. Craig Counsell had the great line because I'm going to start telling my team it's the first inning every inning. That's what they score, whether it's Michael Busch or Pete Armstrong, the 2-out swing, 4-run first inning for Chicago. So expect a lot of runs early, bet the over. And then after that, we'll see. I think Milwaukee wins it. I think they're the better team. I think the matchups favor them, particularly pitching-wise. You really see for Chicago how much they're missing Cade Horton. If they had one more horse, so to speak, they'd be in better shape. I'm not quite yet at the point of believing the Brewers are going to go all the way. I still think the Dodgers or the Phillies are the favorites, Jeremy. But I'm happy for Milwaukee, man. They've shown a lot of moxie, especially these first 2 games, scoring a ton of runs. Chicago wins that game at Wrigley, but Game 4, I do think the Brewers do prevail.
John Mulaney will not be happy. He said play ball at Wrigley Field yesterday. He's actually doing stand-up there, first stand-up comedian. And I'm just mentioning that because he's my favorite comedian. One of my favorite baseball people in the world, Adnan Virk. Thank you so much. Hey, man, lots of great baseball ahead. We'll see you in the weeks to come. Looking forward to it here on the Pitch Clock. Let's get back to our game with me and Chris. So there's a guy I want to guess here, but they
have Rodriguez, Julio Rodriguez.
It feels wrong. It feels wrong to guess him simply because it's a duplication. But is it possible that their catcher was Sandy Alomar Jr.?
That is incorrect,
Jeremy. I don't think I didn't. 2 doesn't look right for him though. That's the only thing.
No, that's I just wasn't sure. I didn't know where to go. All right, that's 2 strikes for me.
Strike 2.
Damn.
Einar Diaz was the catcher on this day for the Cleveland
who in the world
baseball franchise.
All right, I have the 2 corner infielder spots that I feel decent about. I only have 1 strike, so it doesn't really matter which one I go with first. I'm more confident. I think I'm going to go with Helmet Head at first base.
Yeah, nice.
Number 5, Jonathan Olerud. I know it's John Olerud.
What if it is John Olerud?
I was making a joke there. You better get out of here. I called him Helmet Head.
Well, I was going to say Manuel Ramirez, so.
All right.
I'm going to. Oh my God, there's no way. 22 in right field. Oh, no.
There's one guy from that era that I think of as like a right fielder who wore 22 a lot. I'm pretty sure he was never a Guardian, though.
Is this Raul Mondesi?
It is not Raul Mondesi.
Jeremy Burnett is the guy who I think
strike 3,
of.
you are out. 22. It is Juan Gonzalez.
All right, so that being said, since I lost... Well, hold on. Do you have 2 strikes?
Let me just
you have
keep
1
looking
strike.
I have 1 strike.
Yeah, I want to see how Cody can keep going.
Third base, Adrian Beltre, 25.
Yeah.
No, a little early. Third base is David Bell here.
Ooh.
And then I don't know. I don't know number 4 at short and 6 catcher.
Mark McLemore was the shortstop, and Dan Wilson, their current manager, is the catcher behind the plate on this day.
Can I ask you, there's no world in which 31 on the hill was Jason Marquis, right? I don't know why I couldn't get that name out of my head.
It was Chuck Finley who started his career with the California Angels in like 1986, I learned today.
I picture Chuck Finley, and I don't know if it's with Cleveland or with the Angels, but I picture him with a vest. I don't know why, but no matter what, I must have had a baseball card of Chuck Finley in which he had like a pinstripe vest or something of the like. Chuck Finley.
Imagine that. Chris
Cleveland
wins
wore
again.
vests in these days.
God, this sucks.
Chris wins again.
I'm never going to count the results.
Hey folks, it's Mike Ryan, and it's also football season. That's right, things just kicked off. I celebrated a big dub with my friends and my trusty Miller Lite right there beside me, because Miller Time is the secret ingredient to football time. Miller Time makes everything a good time. I love Miller Lite. You know why? Because Miller Lite is brewed for flavor with simple ingredients, rich toffee notes, and that iconic golden color. And here's a kicker, folks. In its 50th year of existing, it's just 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. The original light beer since 1975 and still hidden 5 decades later. Whether you're at the game or at your home on your couch with your friends, put out a nice little cold cooler of Miller Lite and make sure the drinks keep coming because it is football time and you want that beer that hits different. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
All right, it's time for Thursday Thunders, presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Go ahead, Juju.
Thursday Thunder, welcome back. Welcome back. Tonight, Thursday Night Football in Death Life Arena. I'm going with the guys tonight. My brother Theo Johnson, I'm going with him over 28.5 yards tonight from Jackson Dart. I think my brother has become one of Jackson Dart's prime go-to targets, and he shall overcome. And I'm going to stick with Theo Johnson tonight. I'm going to go over 3.5 catches also for my brother Theo. Big night for Theo. Doesn't need a big night, just a mediocre night for my boy. And Fly Eagles Fly, D Jizzle, Dallas Goddard. I'm going with over 3.5 catches for my brother tonight. Super Bowl champion. Lock it in.
Juju running the 12 personnel on Thursday Thunder tonight. 2 tight end set, baby. Let's go.
Oh, look at DraftKings. They put it up to 4.
I love what Juju is wearing. I love what Roy is wearing. I saw Weapons last night. That movie.
Weapons.
That movie is funny. Roy, where did you get the jersey you're presently wearing?
Rose, our producer for the hockey show, designed this jersey, and I'm planning on using this jersey for on-ice activations whenever we get a chance.
You seemed genuinely touched that she bought that for you. You had a giant radiant smile on your face. I'm never used to those from Roy.
Oh, it's an incredible jersey.
A loving gesture. But where, Juju, I need to hear where it is you got that. I want one of those.
Oh yeah, I got a little print and press here at the crib. So when I see something awesome, I go ahead and print it up for myself. You feel me? I'll send you one over.
He also does LeBatardAF.com. He also does a bunch of styles for us that are uniquely Juju. We're going to get to everything with him here, including alley-oop live streams off of the WNBA Finals games. You heard Roz earlier in the show here. You heard Mike trying to immediately derail that by going straight to money as opposed to talking about the game action. Where you see and when you see Asia Wilson do that, were you as awed as Roz was when you know there's one person you got to stop, but you cannot stop her?
Right. Dejanay Carrington said it earlier in the season. What is my answer for stopping Asia Wilson? I don't damn know. Get her to foul out. There is no solution in the W just yet for Asia Wilson, especially when she's in her bag. Mind you, she trained with the Bam. She be in the post moves with Bam off season right here, hitting that same exact shot. So these WNBA ladies, they don't have a chance when she's locked in. And my brother Mike can do no wrong today, man. Happy birthday, Mike. It's your day, brother.
Thank you,
Let's
Juju.
talk about that CBA.
It was a pretty shitty question. However, in retrospect, a vine they both should have grabbed.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to him. I don't care. Good luck.
Ow.
40's a big one, Mike. I don't know. You're shrugging it off.
No,
But
I'm not
40's a big
shrugging
one.
it off. I got a little emotional just writing a message on look, I was a teenager when I started on this show. I've grown up with the audience, and the audience has allowed me to have this wonderful life because they've supported this show since I was a teenager. So I feel sentimental because I truly have grown up in front of our eyes.
That's enough of that. If you want to catch everything that Juju is doing with Trista, you should. Roz joined the last one because it's very good. You're going to do one, at least one more, but probably only one more this season, you're thinking, correct?
Right. Tomorrow night after game 4, probably going to be a sweep. Get your brooms out because it's not looking pretty for the Mercury. We will be going live on LeBatardShow YouTube page. You feel me? Also, listen to us at any time on the DLS Hoops page anytime. Thursdays we record some Friday shows also, as well as a Tuesday show. Great promoter, bro. I put that so great.
I want to get to some of the stuff from football here with you because we haven't talked all that much football and the polls today. Shedeur Sanders, is he now the number 2 in Cleveland, or he's still not the number 2 in Cleveland?
No, he's still number 2. Yeah, I mean, just by process of elimination. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not really surprising. What's shocking is Joe Flacco is number 1. This is nuts.
Right, but the coach came out. Stefanski said he's not making any decisions just yet. So Shedeur may need to park it for a little while. In my opinion, I think the way they've handled this is goofing up the process. There's no harm in saying, yeah, he's number 2 for now. What are we gonna do? Trot Deshaun Watson out there?
It's really, it's the whole Shedeur thing is so weird. And again, I do trace back to that story that Schefter had a couple months ago, which is like he apparently told the Ravens he didn't want to go there because he didn't see a path. And ironically enough, he'd probably be playing right now if he wanted to be a pro in that moment. Dylan Gabriel didn't look bad in that first start. He's got arm talent. That's a tough spot. A Brian Flores defense in London for your first start. He's got to be on the field for a little bit there, but we know how this goes with the Cleveland Browns. Sanders is definitely getting added to that laundry list jersey that we see photoshopped every time a new quarterback lines up under center.
Right. Also, us as Shedeur fans, I'm a Shedeur supporter. You feel me? Since Colorado or whatever they do, I'm always locked in. But we have to be realistic as Shedeur fans. Dylan Gabriel looked amazing last Sunday. Like that Vikings defense, that ain't nothing to play with. You feel me? Overseas, that time change, family not being able to come. Dylan Gabriel stepped up, and he deserves that spot.
Yeah, Juju, there were a lot of people that didn't deliver in the game's final moments. Now, he maybe missed a throw in that final drive, but taking off 11 seconds in that final drive from Stefanski, who's a good coach and should know better, that really hurt their chances. And the defense just gave out at the end and allowed a 90-yard drive to Carson Wentz.
Yes, sir. Also, before we move on, I want to send a special happy birthday shout out to my brother, John Dufek, a.k.a. Juanito Almania, from your lovely partner. You feel me? She sent that in. Vanessa Campos, I see you.
Happy birthday to him.
I don't know that.
I don't care. Good luck. Ow.
You guys were more impressed by Dylan Gabriel than I was just because he didn't complete anything downfield.
No, he did. I guess we were watching a different game, especially down the end. Like, he put him in position. Dylan Gabriel's arm talent is why he got drafted in the 3rd round. He is a talented thrower of the football. It's that damn height thing. Yeah.
The other thing, too, that's probably the game plan, right? Blitzing a ton. Let's get the ball out quick. We're not going to go stretch the field. We don't really have anybody to do that outside of Isaiah Bond.
And he's proven to be, in his brief time in the pros, pretty turnover prone. And we'll see if that cleans up. But he was not the reason that they lost. I thought he played pretty well considering the situation.
Do you think you could play an NFL game with like those lifts that you put inside your shoes that they sell on Instagram that take you from like 5'10" to 6'3", but you can't tell the difference because they're normal shoes?
Doesn't that ankle sprain though? That ankle sprain gonna be high and tight.
Sorry, wear high tops, maybe.
Sorry,
I didn't mean that.
I have a pair of those boots.
There's a photo of Robert De Niro walking around on the set because these actors are all smaller than everyone else, that with like 6-inch heels, basically, that aren't 6-inch heels. They're just platform shoes that make him taller because they're what are the Dutch shoes called that are
clogs?
Clogs that are sort of like bricks that you just put on your feet.
They're wooden. They don't flex.
Dano, we got some breaking news. We got some breaking news. I'm so sorry. LeBron James, yes, sir. LeBron James is being sued for $856.66 in a small claims court by a Lakers fan claiming that he was duped by LeBron James's ad. The fan says that he bought 2 tickets to see the Lakers versus Cavs, but when the decision was revealed to be just an ad, the tickets lost almost all their value. Back to you.
Thank you, Juju. Important breaking news. I do appreciate that. Let's update some polls here before we get out of here for the day at LeBatard Show. There are the Robert De Niro shoes. Are you guys suggesting that Dylan Gabriel play in those shoes?
No, what I want is you just slide into the shoe. You can't even tell. They're like insoles, but they're a lift.
Okay, so you want something more discreet than the De Niro model of shoe
Yeah,
that is a
looks
little
like Frankenstein.
But why?
Right.
He did have that role once.
At Le Batard Show on the polls, what do we have today, Juju?
Are we all thicker now? I'm definitely thicker now. I realized I weighed 235 yesterday. 94% of the audience says, yes, we are.
Ow!
Have you ever given an inadvertent middle finger to someone? 56% of the audience says, no, they have not.
Ow!
Is Billy Gill really the 4th highest ranked whatever, football, whatever, in whatever? 80% of the audience says, yes, he is.
Congratulations,
Ow.
Billy.
Does a record player make the music sound better?
This is big for you guys. You guys are, but which way do you think this is going to go? You guys
They're going to listen to us.
You know you're
People
going to
want
lose.
regurgitate a cliche that has become truth, even though it's false.
61% of the audience says, yes, it does make the music
Ow.
sound better.
Hipster doofuses.
Sheeple.
If I gave you 2 hours, could you physically go find a typewriter? 56% of the audience says, no, they cannot.
Ow!
And last poll, do you trust the guy who doesn't do the dap hug combo correctly? 84% of the audience says, no, they don't. And those are your polls.
The Yankee lose. Thank you, Juju. Cory Booker's definitely fucking on that ladder.
Oh, yeah.